Welcome to ABV Reacts, everyone. Arsenal have destroyed Aston Villa in a match that was labelled as a title race clash because Aston Villa was chasing Arsenal. But Arsenal, they have just dismantled Aston Villa in the second half. They were absolutely brilliant. They came out firing, and Villa they couldn't handle Arsenal. Brilliant performance from Arsenal, and it's a statement win because you are winning against a team that has won 11 games in a row. That was a club record, that was a Premier League record, second most wins winning streak. I mean, 11 wins in a row. And Arsenal today, they just destroyed them. I mean, it was a brilliant performance. I talked about Odegaard the other day against Brighton. He was brilliant, and he was absolutely brilliant again. And Arsenal really needed that. They needed their skipper to be back at his very best, and he was. A lot of positives from this game. Everyone was brilliant. Gabriel is back, and I was talking at the start of this game that this gives you a huge boost, not just on the field, I mean off the field, psychologically. And they were missing that great presence of Gabriel at their defense, and he's back today, and he played brilliantly, came back from injury after almost a month, and just brilliant. Also scored the opening goal, and just brilliant performance, lovely goals, brilliant performance from Arsenal. Zubimendi, absolutely brilliant, as always. He's underrated. Odegaard, I want to talk about Odegaard a little more because he was just magnificent again. If you saw the second goal, just look at his pressing. He won the ball and played a sensational disguise ball to Martin Zubimendi, who finished that absolutely brilliantly. It was just amazing. And it was at the start of the game, you saw Arsenal, they were pressing Villa a lot. So this is what I was talking about, the intent. You have to show that you want to be the champions. You are not just there as a contender. You want to win this, and you will win this. And these kind of performances that, give you the boost that is required to win these kind of title battles. Of course, long way to go, long way to go. A lot of football still to be played, but Arsenal, they were amazing. Against a team that defeated them 3 weeks ago, they also kept that in mind, and they took that revenge today. Just brilliant performance from Arsenal, and top of the table and 5 points there. Although Man City have a game in hand, but this gives you a huge boost. This puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. I was talking about this thing that Arsenal had to play their matches after Man City in the previous 2 fixtures, so the pressure was on Arsenal because City was top of the table. Now the pressure is on Manchester City because they go to Sunderland, which is a very difficult fixture, and Arsenal, they are 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. And these kind of performances, and I was waiting for this kind of performance from Arsenal because in the previous few weeks, of course, we won a lot of matches. Of course, this is our 4th win in a row. Everton away, we beat Brighton at the weekend. Also, we have now beaten Villa. Also, we beat Palace. But this was the performance that was very convincing, and this was required of them. This was needed. This is a statement performance. Everyone will talk about this. And from Arsenal's point of view, from Arsenal's perspective, this is huge because this is the team that has been performing incredibly. They just defeated Chelsea at the weekend at Stamford Bridge. They defeated Chelsea, but today they just got dismantled by Arsenal, particularly in the second half. Of course, there were worrying signs in the first half because Arsenal were not playing very well, but in the second half, just from the kickoff in the second half, absolutely brilliant. Aston Villa just didn't know what hit them. Just incredible. Also, Gabriel Jesus scored. This is also very positive for Arsenal because back from injury, you want this thing because if Gyökeres is not scoring, you have another striker who is scoring goals, and he scored today, which is great. And also we have Kai Havertz back too. So a lot of things, and of course Declan Rice was missing, and you saw how well Arsenal still performed even without Declan Rice because he's a very important, very crucial player in our midfield, but still we performed brilliantly today. Merino was great. Odegaard just exceptional. I think He's again my man of the match. For me, it's Odegaard, but of course, Gabriel was back from injury, scored a goal. He should be given the man of the match. Of course, he was brilliant too. Trossard then performs every single game, week in, week out, just so handy, so underrated. You love to have a player like Trossard in your team. So that is incredible from Arsenal, and they just have to keep going. They have to build on it and don't just focus on Man City's game, because I was talking about this thing that Arsenal are performing, they are underperforming, and this has to be related to psychological pressure, because they are feeling a lot of pressure from Manchester City because they're chasing them. So they also, defeated Arsenal in 2 title races, but this season they just have to get it out of their head, just focus on your own games, and this will definitely give them that huge boost. And I picked them as my favorite to win the title race. I said at the start of the season that Arsenal will win the league, and they will win the league. Of course, it's still a long way to go, but another brilliant performance from Arsenal, and they just keep on winning. And if they keep on doing that, they will win the league, of course. So guys, let me know your thoughts about today's performance, because it's just incredible. For me, it was an incredible, complete performance from Arsenal. They just destroyed Aston Villa. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you again.